start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rock Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, this is um this is a video where entitled Black Men Are Our Protectors, Not Enemies. Alright. And we know in these days and times, because of the curses in Deuteronomy 28, in American society, that the Israelite man and the Israelite woman are at war against each other. Alright? Of course, it ain't supposed to be that way. Alright? But with the times that's coming, women are going to fall in line and it's going to be instant. And, it ain't going to be no big, long, drawn out thing like people think. Because once 911 don't work, once they can't call on the government or anything for help, women go back to being women instantly. Alright? This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedges of Ophir. Alright, so the Lord saying that He's gonna make a man more precious than fine gold. Alright. And then we flip over to Isaiah chapter 32, verse 2. And a man should be a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And that wind, that's the destroying wind, when all the plagues and things really pick up in Babylon the Great. The women gonna need a man of the Lord, alright? And that is what's gonna be found to be precious, alright, in that time, alright? A man that truly love and trust in the Lord. Alright. This is First Peter. Alright, First Peter, the 3rd chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 5th verse. For after this manner, in the old times, the older women also, who trusted in power, adorned themselves, being in subject unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessels, and as being heirs together as the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Alright, so the wife is the weaker vessel, and the man is supposed to look out for the woman supposed to look out for the man. But because Eve has taken, eating of that fruit that the serpent told him was alright back in Genesis, again, it's not that way. We are at each other. But she has some pretty good things to say on this, but you know how it is with women, they always gonna go off a little bit, but for the most part, what she's saying was on point.
I wonder if black women realize that they oppress our protectors. Guess who our protectors are? Black men. Oppressing our protectors was a part of the plan the whole time. Oppress them in ways that they cannot be the man of the house. They can't be father to the children. And our black homes are broken. Broken in so many pieces that we're affected in so many different ways. I wonder, do black women realize that? Don't just sit around and say you don't feel protected by black men, the same black men that you disrespect and you oppress, because every black man is not the same. I said what I said. And my name is Shalakemia. I came back to say that, so our protectors, black men, are not in their children's lives. So then it becomes a cycle. Oppress the black man, take him out of the household. So the woman then has to depend on the system. And then the children grow up with no father. And then they're wondering where their father is. So now they have abandonment issues, they have neglect issues, they have love issues. And then your black sons are growing up and turning to the streets to raise them and guide them. And some of them are ending up in prison. It's a cycle that us black women can stop. I said what I said. Again. I had to come back again and talk to the black community. We got to stop killing each other. We got to stop being so divided. We got to. Why would we sit up here and kill each other inside of the black community when we need to be uplifting each other, protecting each other? We need each other. We're the most oppressed race out here. It's like everybody against us. Nobody goes through as much as we go through. So why are we inside of the black community killing each other, oppressing each other, tearing each other down? We on the same team.
Alright, and the answer to that is the curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, for going against the Lord. Alright. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But if it should come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Alright. Curse should thou be in the city, curse should thou be in the field, curse should thou be in the baskets, curse should thou be in the stores. Alright, and we're going to go over to the, drop down to the 54th verse. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye should be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he should leave. Alright, so it's saying, you know, that the man was going to be evil towards his family and was going to leave his children, so that he would not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he should eat, because he had nothing left for him in the siege, in the straitness wherein thy enemies should distress thee in all thy gates. Alright, so pretty much, you know, that's going back to the siege. Actually, it was many sieges that happened, and you know, it's talking about you're gonna be starved out and have to eat the children. 56th verse. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her feet upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes should be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. Alright, and you know, that is what we are seeing to this very day. Alright, you know, our women are evil towards the man. You know, they have became the man enemy when, you know, we are supposed to be on the same team. Alright, which is really a problem. Alright, now, and it didn't say toward her daughter, and toward her young ones that come out from between her feet, in between, and toward her children which she should bear, for she should eat them for want, for she should eat them for want of all things, strictly in the siege and straitness, wherein time enemies should distress thee in thy gates. So this is saying, you know, the woman was going to be against her family and against her husband. So this is part of the curses, you know, how we end up over here. And you know, the ultimate curse that proves, you know, that we are the Israelites is the 68th verse, when it said, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again, which means bondage. And in this case, Egypt is America, Babylon the Great, by the way whereof we spoke of ships, by the way whereof we spoke unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And that is talking about our homeland Israel. There ye should be sold unto your enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy thee. Alright, so this was letting you know that Israel was going to be sold unto their enemies. Alright, now I think she got, there's one more video that she did that I was going to play if I could get to it. Alright. Salakia for the commercial.
Black women, I see y'all are still on social.
Alright, so this video is called "Why Would Black Men Protect Disrespectful Black Women?" Alright, and that's a good question to be asking, cause as she put it, why would they do that? Alright.
Black women, I see y'all are still on social media talking about you do not feel protected by black men. I've touched this before. I don't mind touching it again. My question is, would you protect a black man that disrespects you, belittles you, and does not have your back? The answer for me is absolutely not. So now I'm going to say, why would you expect a black man to protect you? A black man that you have disrespected. A black man that you have shown you don't have his back. I don't think people realize that at the end of the day, black women and black men, we protect each other. It's a two-way street, baby. I said what I said, and my name is Shalakimia. Black women, I see y'all are still on social media talking about you do not feel protected by black men. I've touched this before. I don't mind touching it again. My question is, would you protect a black man that disrespects you, belittles you, and does not have your back? The answer for me is absolutely not. So now I'm going to say, why would you expect a black man to protect you? A black man that you have disrespected. A black man that you have shown you don't have his back. I don't think people realize that at the end of the day, black women and black men, we protect each other. It's a two-way street, baby. I said what I said, and my name is Shalakimia.
Alright, this is Sirach 36, verse 25. Where no hedge is. Alright, I'm gonna start at the 25th verse. He that getteth a wife begets a possession, a help like unto him, and a pillar of rest. Alright, where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. So where you ain't got no head, you ain't got no man, the possession is spoiled. It could be taken, and that's the woman. And he that has no wife will wander up and down mourning. Alright, so it's just letting you know where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Alright, that's something to keep in mind. Now we go over to Ephesians, the 5th chapter, 25th verse. Husbands, love your wives, even as Mashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. Alright? And that's letting you know that a husband is supposed to give himself to protect his wife, right? A man of the Lord, a true man. Which is also why brothers who don't have women should really second guess, this close to the end, whether they want to be in a relationship with a woman, because do you really want to be where you're supposed to be obligated to fight and protect for some of these ratchet women, the way they act, loud, with the colorful hair and all that weird shit, full body tattoos and disrespectful, and do you really want to have to be, subject to supposed to be protecting this woman? Because and giving your life for her, because that is what a husband is supposed to do. And that is the reason that Isaiah chapter 4 says what it says, starting at the top. And in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Alright? So when the things get that bad, the women are gonna all take hold of one man because they gonna want protection. Alright, and part of that protection is the man's supposed to, protect and fight for the woman. A man of the Lord would do that. In that day, should the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth should be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. Alright? And it should come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord should have washed away the filth from the daughter of Zion, and that is what we are really waiting for, as man of the Lord, that's what you should be waiting for the Lord to wash away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and should have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, and it's by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. Alright, so when judgment go out and everything begins to happen, that is going to put these women back in line. Alright, and if you try to move before then, ain't no telling what you're going to get, because it ain't many women worth dealing with right now. Alright, and the fruit that are worth dealing with, a large percent of them are already taken. So what can you do on this side but wait on the Lord to set things right, set things back in order? Alright, and the thing for a woman to be wondering, do you really want to go into Jacob's trouble with no hedge, no protection? Alright, because we all know this is Micah 9th verse. Alright, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. So everything that we are going through, our women ruling over us, us being at the bottom of this society, as Hebrew Israelite man, it's because we sinned against the Lord. And he will bring forth me unto the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Alright? Then she, that is my enemy, these disrespectful women that she was just talking about, should see it, and shame should cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her, and now she should be trodden down as the mire of the street. And we know the mire is the shit of the street, and it's saying she will be trodden down. So and what's that's going to be when all hell break loose and these women independent, they don't need a man, they're going to get trodden down in that day. And that's where we get, where Isaiah said in the 12th chapter, the 13th chapter, 12th verse, where he said he will make a man more precious than fine gold, than the golden whispers of Ophir. Roughly paraphrase. Alright, a man is going to be precious because a man is going to be a woman's protection in that day. And with that, Shalom.